Hi, I'm Bill from CJ Pony Parts. If you've added the popular GT350R or GT350 steering wheel to your 2015 and up Mustang, we've shown you ways to add that rich Alcantara feel to other interior components, including the console lid and the shift boot. Today we're going to finish off that Alcantara look by showing you how to install a parking brake boot on your 2015 and up Mustang. These parking brake boots will be direct replacement for the factory boot and are going to glue in just like the original. They're available in two different versions, a darker version with red stitching to match the GT350R wheel, and a lighter version with the silver stitching to match the standard GT350 wheel. For this installation, we need a small plastic pry bar, 1/4-inch ratchet, 7mm socket, flathead screwdriver, cutting pliers, and adhesive. The first step in the installation is going to remove the shift knob, so then we can remove the shift boot. To get the shift boot off, there's a little rubber tray here. Pull the tray out first. Then you get a grip on the front, and there's going to be clips all the way around that hold it on. Now we're going to separate the lockout from the shifter mechanism. In our case, we actually have an aftermarket lockout. We have a Barton on this car. If you have the stock one, you simply pull these three clips, one here, and one here, pull back on them, it'll pop out. The Barton's going to be a little bit harder because it's one solid ring all the way around the bottom. Next step in the process is to remove these plastic side panels. There's one on each side. They're held on by clips. We need to remove these to access the two 7mm screws underneath them. Now we're going to open our console lid and carefully pry the back up. Underneath and disconnect the lights. The boot's now held in by two screws, one up front here, and one towards the back. Now you want to pull the boot up over the handle, and there'll be a zip tie holding it in place. Cut that, remove it. The boot out of the car, now we're going to peel it away from the factory frame. I'm going to go back through and make sure that all the material is off of it. If not, you won't get a good adhesion with the new one. Now we're prepared to glue on our new piece. We're going to grab our 3M trim adhesive, put a thin layer of glue on the outside edge of the boot, making sure we don't get any on the surface itself. We're going to do the same thing on the trim ring. I'm going to let that set up for a few minutes till it's no longer wet and it's just tacky, then we can start installing our shift boot. We're going to start by putting the front seam line. There's a little cutout. If you look there, you can see where that lines up. I'll do the rear next. We'll just let it set up a little bit before we put it back in the car. We're going to reinstall in the vehicle. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the shift boot inside out. And what you're going to do is slide it over the handle, again, right to this spot here. This is where the factory zip tie is. This is where we're going to install our new zip tie. Make sure that seam is covered. Put the new zip tie on. We're going to fold it back into place here. And bolt it down. And now we can reinstall our console. And I'll bring the console back in. Now we can reinstall the hardware on the side panel. Now we can reinstall the panel that we removed earlier. Going to repeat the process on the other side. Install the boot and knob and your installation is finished. As you can see, the Alcantara Parking Brake Boot looks OEM when it's installed. It's a perfect match for the GT350R steering wheel and looks great with the console lid and the shift boot we added as well. Overall, it's a great package. It really transforms the interior of our 2015 GT. Figure about an hour for installation, be back on the road in no time.